Hi, and welcome to another demo. In this demo, we will be demonstrating how we can generate random passwords in Linux using a utility called the pwgen or password generator for short. All right. Now, suppose that we want to generate random passwords. We might need to do that in many cases, especially when creating user accounts, especially if we're creating a lot of users in a bulk and we just want to create randomly generated passwords for them. We can do this in many ways. Linux is versatile. It gives us a lot of possibilities to do that. But in this demo, we will be using a little handy tool called pwgen. All right. So by default, depending on your Linux distribution, the pwgen tool is not installed. Since we're using Ubuntu for our lab environment, we will need to install that using the apt package management system. All right. So here we go. Here we install the package pwgen using the sudo apt -y install pwgen command. All right. Once it's installed, what can we do with it? Well, to begin with, if we run it without any options, it will print a lot of random generated password that are 8 characters long. So you see here we have a lot of that randomly generated passwords. All right, but if we want to limit uh, the number of passwords that the PWGen should generate randomly, we can use the -n option. And in this demo, we're giving it the option 5, meaning that give us just 5 randomly generated passwords. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we can use the -n option to limit, you can even say -n1 just to give you a one randomly generated password. All right. So if we posit the option -b, which is kind of important because in many cases, some characters look like each other and they might be ambiguous or very confusing for with the naked eye to differentiate between an L and a 1 depending on how it's printed. All right. For example, here you have an 1, but you might have an L. That's okay. Sometimes you can see the difference, sometimes you can't. The same goes for a 0 or capital O. You don't know whether it's a 0, this time it's a 0 there, or whether it's a capital O, right? Whether if you encounter this password, you don't know if it's a 0 or an O. So by giving the option -b, we eliminate ambiguous characters from the password. All right. So let's generate this. Now we see that small letters of OOs, and it does a good job of actually trying to eliminate ambiguous characters. All right, so that uh, it eliminates those, which is a good thing to do sometimes. All right. Well, so far so good. Uh, the utility is offers a lot of options, not that many actually, and by giving it the -h option, we can see what other option it offers. All right. We see that you can capitalize. You can say, I don't want any capitalized letters. You can say, add numerals, no numerals, add some symbols into it, like, special characters like shebang, star, and so on. You know, you can basically, or say I want to generate a completely random password that is, by giving it the option -s. This is the -b, which is ambiguous. Try to remove those characters. All right. So far, so good. I mean, It's a handy little utility. It does what it's supposed to do. And in many cases, it might be wise to use it rather than trying to generate your own passwords. Sometimes we need to generate randomly generated passwords. pwgen is a handy tool. All right. Uh, Feel free to explore the different options, please. And this concludes our demo.